We even superimposed on-time performance on runway use. You see, at Toronto Pearson, we have an east-west, north-south runway configuration. And I don't know if many of you know this, but not all runways have the same throughput when it comes to getting aircraft off the ground. Why are we forced to use the runways with the least optimal throughput? It's a question of safety. As an airport, we don't get to pick and choose the aircraft size and type that lands. And if the wind direction is not favorable, we need to put them all on the runway that is favorable from a safety aspect. Then there's that notion of finding that sweet spot in terms of how much time does a passenger dwell in the terminal where it's just about right to get them to spend money, but it's not too short that they're racing to their gates, and it's not too long where that motivation and that inclination to spend money is simply not there. So we started looking at different numbers to work that number out. But the real magic is when you start moving from the traditional sense of analytics, which is very trend-based, very descriptive, very diagnostic, to one that is predictive and prescriptive. Prescriptive if we can take that human element of decision-making out of the equation altogether. And we did that. And I'll tell you what we did. We were able to put together a simulation of how our day is going to roll out over a 3-hour window with an 89% accuracy. And the kind of themes that we were looking at, themes that talked about how are we trending as an airport? What are the non-peak hours that are going to be problematic when we start hitting the peak hours of travel? Which international destinations should we be focused on that are going to be late and they're going to create a cascade effects of problems? Same thing on international arrivals. We even zeroed in on those gates that were problematic and the very destination and the carrier associated to that gate that was problematic for us. And we need to know this kind of information because that's where you want to devote your attention and your resources to so that you can resolve a problem before it happens.